So we're going to learn how to make mini art zines. And all you need is a piece of paper and some scissors. So we're going to make a whole book out of this one piece of paper. There's two different sizes that you can make. You can make the regular size, the 8-page piece, or you can go a little smaller and make a 16-page piece. So this gives you a lot more to work with, but it's a little smaller, and it's a little bit of a different process than the main project paper. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do both. We're going to start with this size. It's a little easier, and it's a good, really quick and fun way to get your point across. A little like a mini story. This is really cool. I might add more to it if I were the artist, but it's done really well. It's pretty simple. So it's up to you to choose how you want your piece to look, large versus small, and how detailed you want it. So for starters, for the 8-page book, you're going to just take your piece of paper, fold it in half long ways, and make a nice crease, and then open it up, fold it in half the opposite way, and then fold it once more that same way. And then open it up, and then you're going to fold it back that first way that you create. Oh, sorry, no. Open it up. You're going to have it folded, the hot dog, you're going to have it folded to the hamburger style. And then you're going to take your scissors. So this is where we cut in the middle. And sometimes I get messed up, but don't we all? We're all human. So, how folded like this, you're going to take on the center folded edge, you're going to cut to that center part where it starts to fold again. Do you see that? Okay. So where it's folded, you start cutting up to the center, not where it's open. Okay, where it's folded, you cut up. Let's make this a little less bright because the paper is so bright. Okay. Alright, so you can open your paper up, and you will, if you did it right, you'll have a hole in the very center. Okay? So, to actually fold your book and make it work, you're going to fold it in half long ways, and then you're going to make it into a T. You're going to press in that center part, okay? And then as your pages fall, they just will naturally fold together, and you kind of just wiggle it back and forth and make your final creases a little more distinct. And there's your book. So what I like to do, sometimes I'll create this just the way it is, open the page, create it, open a page, and go on and on. But to see it open, 1, 2, and then back. Okay. The reason why we keep this all in one page and you don't glue any pages down is because we want to be able to open it up and run it through a color copier or black and white copier so that we can pass these out and distribute them and share the art. Share your creativity. So this is what it looks like from the open edge. Your front page starts here, 2 spaces over, and then you go 1, 2, and page 3 through 6 is on the opposite side, so backwards. And then back over here is your back cover. So if you want to open up your pages and do it flat, you can see how it's oriented. And then you flip it over, okay? And that is how you do the little mini 8-page book. Next is the 16-page. These are really cool. It's teeny tiny. It's cute. This is one I made to pass out to different teachers. And some of the pages I create as a spread, so 2 pages are created as one when you open it. And it just goes through different reasons and awesome things that doodling can provide. But anyways, this is not for me to share my art with you. This is you guys learning how to make your own book. So, a full piece of paper, again, is all you need, and scissors. So, for this smaller one, we're going to be doing a little more folding and a little more cutting. And the folding is very specific. The cutting is very specific. So, start by folding it in half. Nice and neat. Okay. And then fold it in half again. Okay. And then open it all the way up. Okay, fold it the opposite way in half. And yes, we will be folding it in half a second time. Alright, the next part is a pro tip, and it makes it way easier to actually fold your paper together so that it creates the book. You could just go on in and start cutting, but you may get kind of messed up when all of these different folds don't line up. So here is a good way to figure out how to redo your creases so that your paper folds really easily. So the center is folded up like a taco, okay? And then your edges fold down, okay? Like you're making a small mini accordion fan, okay? And then you have an M, like stands up like an M, okay? The other side needs to be folded like a tent or a house, whatever you wish to call it. Okay, so that folds like a tent, and then these need to fold down as well so that it stands up like a house. Okay, so there's your cuts, or sorry, there's your folds, and it'll make it easier to later on fold it all together. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is do a cut on these 3 sections right here, and on this edge right here. 1, 2, 3. The center one is opposite. You start your cut up here and go 3 down and end here. That way it's a little maze. Okay? So cut away. And at the end of this, I'll label these so that you can see how it looks unfolded. It's a lot crazier than the first one. But I don't know. I've always preferred this style because it gives you a lot more options for your story. Alright, so you're going to take whatever side you want, start going in and out, folding back and forth. If you folded it the way I did, it should be super easy to get it going. You won't have to think too much about it. And there you go, your accordion book. Little mini book. Alright, so in order to label these, your front page has to open up single, okay? It can't open up with a folded edge. The folded edge will only give you 8 pages like this one, and the reason why we folded it smaller is so you could have more. So open up single page, And then I'm going to quickly label. And back. Can you see that? Okay. All right. So unfold it if you prefer to create your piece flat so you have more room and it's not so tall. Okay, so you'll notice that none of the numbers are showing up on this part. All of the only thing that shows up on this side of the page